Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Hey guys, welcome back, welcome to my channel and welcome to Bookmas Day 5. I am going to pass it back over to �ヂ𝖑𝖈 to introduce you to today's video and to get us going. Welcome to episode 1 of Kindle Knockout. We're knocking out my Kindle because I have a ridiculous amount of books on my Kindle. Like, we're talking ridiculous amount. It's not healthy. It's not healthy. So the first 3 books that I will be reading for Kindle Knockout is The Mistake by 𝖕𝖊𝖑𝖈𝖔𝖒, The Fiancé Dilemma by 𝖜𝖊𝖑𝖑, and Fixation of the Mind by Kira Stanley. Now, Fiancé Dilemma and Fixation of the Mind, those 2 will complete series for me, which is obviously very important as well for me to do because I'm in the middle of so many. We know this by now. We need to fix the issue, you know. And also Fixation of the Mind, I have been needing to read since January. I read the first book. It's a duet. I read the first book. It was like my first book in January, my first book of the year, and I still not read the second one. So this is going to hold me accountable to get it done. And then Fiancé Dilemma, obviously, as well, is I think it's just second book in like a kind of interconnected series standalone. I think, I'm pretty sure. Anywho, yeah, those 2. But our first one we will be reading now. Yes, I'm about to hold up the physical book. Yes, this is Kindle Knockout because I also have the book on my Kindle. I know, but it's The Mistake by 𝖕𝖊𝖑𝖈𝖔𝖒. It's our first one. I enjoyed the first book. I enjoyed the deal. It seems like a really quick, easy series. Really quick and easy books. And I've been meaning to pick it up, but I've just got so distracted with everything else. Other series, just other books, arcs, things like that. So I did get very distracted with those. So this is my chance now to catch up a little bit. And yeah, we're going to be reading 𝖕𝖊𝖑𝖈𝖔𝖒's The Mistake first. This does also fulfill one of my prompts because it is currently Chaos Halloween as I'm filming this. I think it still will be Chaos Halloween as this goes up. I don't know. We'll wait and see. But yes, this fulfills my back to school prompt. So I'm really excited to get to this one. And yeah, I'm literally about to get ready and settle down now to pick up this book and read it. I just need to chill out, so that is my plans from now. It is just coming up to 10:20, so yeah, I don't want to keep boring you guys any longer in this intro. I want to get us straight in on the good stuff, and yeah, I will come back to you guys in the morning once I have started The Mistake. Hey, so I read quite a decent chunk last night of The Mistake. Made it to chapter, it's waking up, 12, 30%. I think it works out like 88 pages in here, but 94 in the book. So just to give you guys a visual representation of where I'm at. But yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. It's a very quick, easy read, which I think I said last night that I thought it was going to be because like the first book and stuff. And it's definitely interesting. We've had the characters obviously meet and they've first met not in the best of circumstances. Logan is a dick. He is a dick. The way he handles some situations, and I can just tell it's only going to get bad from here. Like, I feel like I don't know obviously what's going to be the big thing, but like I have an inkling like of ideas around what it could be. That's what we're going with. And Grace is an interesting one. I'm not sure entirely how I feel on Grace right now. She's an interesting character. I feel like I'm still getting the vibes from her. I can't stand her best friend. I'm hoping, I'm gonna have to look this up, but I'm hoping the best friend does not get involved in any of these books. I'm begging. as in like a main character. I'm begging. I don't think she is, but I'm like, okay, no, okay. But with the character that I like, the MMC that I was concerned with, yeah, it's not good. But yeah, it's definitely interesting, and like I said, I can't stand her best friend. She's fucking bitch. Grace, I won't say lets her walk all over her because she does stand her ground, but she just gives in very quickly, and it's like, stop. Rid yourself of her. Stop. So yeah, this is gonna be an interesting. I'm still on that. So hang on, let me read the back for you guys before I move on quickly. He's a player in more ways than one. College junior John Logan can get any girl he wants, but this hockey star life is a prey to parties and hookups, but behind his killer grins and easygoing charm, he hides growing despair about the dead end road he'll be forced to walk after graduation. A sexy encounter with freshman Grace �㈊𝖊 is just the distraction he needs, but when a thoughtless mistake pushes her away, Logan plans to spend his final year proving to her that he's worth a second chance. So we're still in that before the fuck up part. Now he's going to need to up his game. After a less than stellar freshman year, Grace is back at Bryar University, older, wiser, and so over the arrogant hockey player she nearly handed her V card to. She's not a charity case, and she's not the quiet butterfly she was when they first hooked up. If Logan expects her to roll over and beg like all his other puck bunnies, he can think again. He wants her back, he'll have to work for it. This time around she'll be the one in the driver's seat, and she plans on driving him wild. Which, I'm interested to see that side of her. Like I said, I've seen glimpses of that side of her, but like I'm interested for it to be like full force side of her, because I really like, I think when we get that, all of that, and like really see that, I think I could end up really loving Grace. But I think at the moment with where she's at, it's a bit more difficult because I'm just watching her obviously with her best friend and stuff, and like I said, they didn't have the best of meets and it didn't continue on so great, but he has just done a sweet thing. But obviously we know the fuck up's coming, so I'm intrigued to see when said fuck up is gonna happen. Because okay, so that's when we hit July, so there's that much to go. I should hopefully, we'll see, but yeah, I'm intrigued to see all of that happen and stuff. But that's where we're at, and now that's what I read to you last night. I don't have too much else to say. It's just really nice and quick, and like I said, we've sort of just had them interacting really, and kind of the relationship is building. So yeah, that's kind of just sort of where I'm at the moment, and things are just, little things are now just starting to happen and play parts and stuff. So yeah, I am out for the most of today. It's 8:30, so I really need to start getting my ass into gear. I am out most of the day. So I don't know how much I'm going to get read. I'm going to take my Kindle with me anyway, so I can try and read wherever and whenever I can, and then when I come back, if I've managed to read some, I'll update you guys before I do anything else. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to get anything read today, or if it's not going to be until like later tonight. So okay, I finished that and I don't have any water, fuck's sake. Future, come safely. I'm gonna get going so I can sort myself out so that we're not late. But yeah, I just want to let you know we've made a decent progress already, 30% in the space of like a couple of hours. It was really good. So I might, depending on if I manage to get anything read today, pass them out, I might be able to finish this book today, but we'll wait and see. I don't want to jinx myself, although I probably just have. But yeah, I'll come back and update you guys later on with whatever's happened. I didn't read anything until this evening, and I've kind of been sat the last couple of hours or so, kind of on and off, maybe 2.5. It's just gone 9 o'clock and I've made it to 64%. I'm on chapter 26. I have an hour and 50 minutes left of the Kindle book. That is where I'm at for like a physical representation for you guys, where I'm at in the book. So I don't have much left. I really don't. I have just under 100 pages technically, which is insane. I'm reading this so quick, but I think I said that this morning. A lot's happened today, so I can't remember what I said to you guys this morning or not. It's just such a quick read. Like, it's just so easy, and the characters are interesting. When did it change? So it changed to so we know obviously he fucks up, then there's the time gap before the second year, Grace's sophomore year, his senior year. So at chapter 15, that's when we do, like, we start our little jump betweens. And then at chapter 17, no, 18 is when we hit August and we reach the start of the next school year. So we've had a good little chunk, and I liked getting to see those little perspectives from within the months. I'm glad we didn't just do like a complete cut off, like, you know, we have his fuck up at the end of that school year and then also we're jumping into the next. I did like those little perspectives in between because it really allowed us to see the changes in the characters through those months and see kind of where they were at mentally, where they were at like emotionally. So yeah, I did really enjoy that. And then obviously we're now into the next school year and it started off good, it started off interesting. And you know what, John Logan, my guy, I love him. He's such a goofy character, okay? He's a goofball, but he does have these really serious moments too. And watching him try and get that second chance from Grace, who I'm very impressed with. I think I said earlier, hang on, let me stick to John Logan before I go back to Grace. But yeah, seeing him try and win that second chance with Grace is just, it's so funny. And like what she puts him through is just hilarious. Like, it's just hilarious. But back to Grace. I think I said this one, I wasn't really sure on my thoughts on her and what I thought of her and stuff, but she's definitely now grown on me. Now I've explored more of her. I still confirm the best friend is shitty. I don't like the direction we are currently in with that situation, I must admit. But it's a hit and miss kind of thing. I'm still not happy with it, but it's semi better than what it was. But anywho, moving on. But she's still a shitty friend. But I am enjoying this her new roommate and things, and in the second year who she shares a dorm with and stuff. I'm liking her. But yeah, she's definitely grown on me. She's definitely become, I wouldn't say she wasn't confident. But it's definitely shining through more within the second half of the book. It's definitely coming along a lot stronger, and she's definitely standing up for herself a bit more. She's not allowing herself to be walked all over, I think is the best way to put it. So yeah, I'm really loving this and enjoying this. I should, in theory, have this finished tonight. It's 9:06. I'm supposed to have an hour and 50 left of this book on Kindle. So I should definitely have this done tonight. Absolutely 100% have it done. But yeah, I am very much looking forward to the last bit to see the ending to their story, because I'm hoping there's going to be nothing else wrong. I swear to God, if she does anything else, I might cry, because that situation was bad enough as it is. I don't want another one. We just leave them in the happy bubble and go from there, okay? Just leave them in the happy bubble. But yeah, that's where we're at. That's what my little update there for you guys. I'm gonna get comfy and cozy and settle in and just finish this book tonight. That is the plans, is to finish this book tonight, and then I will update you guys probably in the morning with my final thoughts on the book, and then we will go from there to whether I pick up the next one straight away or if I wait and pick up in a couple of days. Either way, I'm going to see you guys in the morning with an update on the mistake and my final thoughts and opinions and my final rating. So I did finish The Mistake last night. I gave it 4.25. I really enjoyed this one. Obviously Grace, I wasn't drawn to the start, but once we hit about 40%, she did really grow on me, and I did love Logan, John Logan, he's a beauty, and I just love how supportive he is of Grace, and I mean she's very supportive of him as well in his decisions, and he comes a very long way from the beginning of the book, you know, and he is very dedicated to Grace. Obviously if you read the story you know what I mean. He is very dedicated to her, and it's just such a nice thing to see, especially after first meeting him and knowing what he's like, and obviously knowing part of his story from the first book, like seeing him from an outside perspective and everything. So that's really, like, it was really cool to see, and like he goes through a lot, he does go through a lot, and I'm so happy he got his ending he did, because he was so deserving of that ending. So I'm very, very happy about that. For them as a couple, they do and don't make sense. Do you know what I mean? Like they work really, really well. They balance each other out nicely, and they are constantly supporting each other through everything, and it's just, yeah, it's one of those relationships you're like, how does this work? And then all of a sudden it just clicks and you're like, yeah, no, this does make sense. With regards to like the third act breakup, it wasn't this major thing. It wasn't crazy. I just loved how the energy and the focus of what would probably be a third act breakup was in the earlier situation. And again, yes, it was a major thing, but it was handled so well, and it kind of just, you kind of just flew for it, but in the best kind of way. It, like, you were sat on it for a while, but like when I say you fly through it in the best way, it means like the grudges aren't held for too long, like they're not dragged out grudges, like, which was really, really good to see, because it meant like we could actually enjoy them as characters and their story. But yeah, I've really, really enjoyed, like I said, 4.25. I'm intrigued for the rest of the story. The next one's gonna be interesting. I had a little snoop at the first couple of chapters at the back of the book. I just kind of briefly looked over them, and that's gonna be interesting to say the least, but we will see when we get there. Who knows, but yeah, that is our first book down for our Kindle knockout. And yeah, the next book I don't know when I'm going to pick up yet, so I will come back to you when I pick it up, because I've got an arc and stuff I need to read first. So I'm going to go and do that, and then, well, I'm not going to go do that right now, but I will do that before I come back to you guys with the next book. So yeah, so stay tuned, stay with us, and we'll come back shortly. So I am back in the land of the living for this video. It's been a while since I read the first book. I started the second book today on Sprints, which is Fixation of the Mind by Kira Stanley. Now, I'm already at chapter 19, 61%, page 287, and it's just coming up to 10 o'clock tonight. So yeah, I've already devoured a hell of a lot of this book today. I think I said in the intro, but this is the second book to the Ambrose Brothers duet, and I read the first book. The first book was the first book I read this year, so it's been a very long time, because it's actually the 26th of October, so I'm filming this. So it's been a very long time, and I did kind of ruin myself. I should have really read this book straight after, or at least the same month, or February, because I've had to, like, I've picked up this book and I knew where it ended off on a basics. I couldn't remember the details, so picking this book up, I've had to like relearn the characters, and like thankfully the first chapter or two things were said that triggered my memory on things that had happened, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm back in the room now, I know what's going on, like I know things now. And there's characters that have been mentioned, and I'm like, where do you play a role in this? Like I'm confused. And as again, something will get said, I'm like, oh yeah, now I remember you were this person, and that. So it is taking me a little bit to go back into, but I'm back in there. We're straight in on all the action when we get started and going again, and the characters are straight in there with their situations and their dilemmas, and watching that all unravel is very, very interesting. You know, as I said, I'm having to get used to the characters again, like relearn them, so watching all these characteristics and stuff coming out, and I'm like having to kind of remember, especially when a scene gets mentioned from the first book, and I'm just like, right, okay, so this was this character, this is what happened. And I also have to kind of step back a little bit and make myself think, what did I feel in the moment of reading that scene? Like, reading the gist and like the info that's happened. Obviously I can't fully then remember the context behind said scenes and stuff, and I'm like, right, what's this triggering for me, how I felt when I first read it? And I'm having to like step back a little bit and doing that, which is actually a little bit off-putting because I feel like I'm not then as absorbed into the book. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm absorbed, I'm loving it, I'm enjoying it, I'm in the flow of things. Like I said, I'm already 61% of the way through, so I am obsessed with this book and I am in there, but it does keep taking me out a little bit, and it means I'm like not as absorbed as I probably could have been if I had read this straight after the first book, and if I had at least read it at the beginning of the year. I think I would have been a hell of a lot more absorbed, and I'd probably even say invested into it, but I am still loving it and I'm still enjoying it. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at the moment with this one. Like I said, I'm 61% of the way through, I've been flying through it. I started it on sprints. I started it at, I think it was the second to last sprint I started it, and then I've kind of just been reading pretty much most of the evening. So yeah, I'm loving it and I'm in there. I just wish I hadn't ruined it for myself by leaving it so long to pick it up. So, but that's like fully on me and my stupidity in my brain. But yeah, but no, I am still really enjoying it. But yeah, that's a update for you guys. I'm literally just got myself ready. I'm literally now just to get comfy and cozy and settle in and just read until I drop. I probably managed maybe like another 10%, maybe 15 before I drop, because I am starting to feel a little bit tired. So fingers crossed I do get some decent sleep tonight, she says. But yeah, so that's the plans. But then I will update you guys in the morning with wherever I am at. Morning. So I finished Fixation of the Mind last night. I'm thinking I'm gonna give it a 4.25. I really enjoyed it. I will say I wasn't quite sure if the author knew what she was doing spice wise, in the sense was like sometimes it was full on spy scenes and then sometimes it was like closed door. It didn't really feel like she knew which one she wanted to go for, so it was kind of a little bit like, oh okay. And I have read this author's work before. Obviously I've read the first book in the Jet, but I've read others of hers as well, and I do really enjoy her stuff. But for this one, it just, yeah, I felt like she wasn't quite sure which one she was doing. So yeah, it seemed like she wasn't quite sure. The writing did flow really nicely, besides that, really nicely, and go really smoothly, and like you do just get absorbed into it and just kind of fly through it. And considering it's a big book, that's actually like quite a nice thing. The plot in itself, it was paced really nicely until we got to the end, and then all of a sudden I just felt like that all of a sudden ending kind of just appeared, and it did feel a little bit anticlimactic on my end to me. Like, don't get me wrong, it was dramatic, but it just felt very anticlimactic, like from the build up for it. And I'm like, okay, like there was still drama around it, it just didn't quite fully hit for me the way I think it was meant to. So yeah, it got to the end and I was like, okay, we're here now, there's been a bit of drama, we're done. You know, it just felt a bit like that. But yeah, the characters, like I said, I did feel like I ruined it for myself a little bit because I didn't continue on straight away into this book. I've left it a while, so I had to like relearn the characters and re-get used to them. And I don't know, I feel like I haven't loved them as much this time around as I did the first time. Again, obviously that does play a part, the not reading it straight away, so relearning them, that plays a part. But I definitely think just in a general sense as well, reading this part of their story, like this half, I didn't love them as much. I still enjoyed them and I still liked them, but I think I didn't love them as much, especially in that last, what was it, like 30% since I last talked to you guys? 30-40%, that lot there. Yeah, I don't know, especially Layren didn't feel the same to me. The boys were still kind of semi the same, but Layren just felt very different since that revelation thing happens, and I'm like, I don't know. It didn't feel right. It didn't feel right there towards the end, but I did still thoroughly enjoy it, which is why I've still given it a 4.25, because I did still really like it and enjoy it and that. So yeah, but we're another book down. It's another book knocked off the Kindle. I'm more disappointed in myself because I left it so long. I think is the best way to put it. I'm more disappointed in myself, but we've done it. It's done and dusted. It's off the TBR, it's off the Kindle. The next book is the 𝖜𝖊𝖑𝖈𝖔𝖒𝖊 dilemma, but I don't know when I'm going to get to that one, so I will come back to you guys yet again when I do pick that book up. Long time no see to you guys. Bear with me if you guys are shaky because I'm currently holding you, so you guys may be a little bit all over the place. Just a heads up. I've actually been listening to the 𝖜𝖊𝖑𝖈𝖔𝖒𝖊 dilemma in the end. I didn't start until a couple of days ago because life be lifing. It be lifing so hard right now, so that's great. But yeah, I've been listening to it and I'm at 65%. I'm listening to it on Bookbeats. Is that going to focus? I think that did. Thank you, camera. Yes, I'm at 65%. I'm on chapter 18, I think it works out. And I'm enjoying it. I wouldn't say it's like a favourite of mine. I can't say I'm loving it. This is obviously the second book to The Long Game. I think it's the first book in the Green Oak series. So, you know, I'm like seeing the characters from that book and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, you guys were that couple. Like, you guys were that couple. And then obviously we're these main characters, and I'm trying to remember like from the first book how we meet them, because we do meet them both in the first book, but I honestly have like no recollection of them from the first book, so also I feel like I'm just meeting two brand new fucking characters with this book, which yes and no. But yeah, I'm not really feeling very here or there on it, if I'm being very honest. Like, I'm not loving it. It's good, I'm enjoying it, but I really honestly don't have too much else to say. This is one of those books, I think, does anybody else have it? I feel like we might have had this discussion before, but where you just have one of those books that you can enjoy it, not love it, but you don't really have any feelings on it. Like, I don't really know. It's just one of those books that's just there and I don't really feel much around it, and it's just enjoyable. Like, it's interesting, the characters in the story and stuff, and where I've just popped it on pause for now, it's intriguing. Like, we're in a bit of a tension moment, you know, and there is like some good chemistry between our main characters, but besides that I don't really feel anything else. So I don't really know what to say to you guys, if I'm being quite honest, because I don't really know. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna finish listening to it at some point. It says about 4 hours and 15 minutes. I'm listening on 2x speed, so it's like a good 2 hours left. I don't think I'm gonna listen to that today. I might listen to that in a couple of days time. I'm getting a tattoo on Friday, so I might listen to it then, but we'll wait and see. But yeah, I'm not really feeling any kind of way, if I'm being honest with you guys right now. I just feel a bit with it, which is, yeah, it's just one of those books. I think it's just one of those. So yeah, that's where I am. I'm still alive. This video is still going. I just don't have much to say on this last book, but yeah, I'll just come to you guys again when I'm done and when I'm finished with it. So I'm finally coming in to wrap up this video. I did finish the 𝖜𝖊𝖑𝖈𝖔𝖒𝖊 dilemma like a few days ago, I think it was. It still took me forever after the last clip. I gave this one a 3.5. I enjoyed it, but I would say it's not my favourite of Elena Armas's work. I didn't really fully connect with the characters or their story, really. Don't get me wrong, the characters were intriguing and interesting, and it was an interesting story, but I didn't connect with it, and I didn't get the urges to want to pick up the book and want to read it. Like, it's one of those books, I think I said it in the last clip, I'm just feeling very indifferent towards. I don't have too much to say on it because it's just, I feel so mean saying it, but it's just one of those books that is there. I don't really know how else to describe it. It's just a book that's there. I just don't have any determined strong feelings around it. It's just, I enjoyed it, didn't really connect with the characters, didn't connect with their story, and it was just, yeah, it was just one of those books. I really don't know how else to describe this book without coming across like a bitch. I didn't have the urge to pick the book up. I just didn't feel eager by it. I could have quite easily have just like never picked the book up again. And I know that sounds mean. You're probably like, Sky, why didn't you just then DNF it? Because it didn't deserve to be DNF'd. At the same time, like, it didn't deserve to just be left halfway through, because it's not a bad book. Like I said, I did enjoy it. I just didn't feel eager. I know me saying I enjoyed it and then saying like I wasn't eager to pick it up sounds really contradicting. I do realise how that sounds, but when I was listening to it, I was enjoying it. Like, I didn't connect with it, but it was a good time. Yeah, it's really hard to describe like how I feel, and I feel like obviously everything I say feels very contradicting. I get that, I see that, but that's the only way I can really describe the book to you. I don't really have any other ways. So yeah, that's that one. I think the first two books I read for this video was 𝖜𝖊𝖑𝖈𝖔𝖒𝖊 by Kennedy and 𝖉𝑖𝑥ation of the Mind by 𝖈𝖊𝑑𝑒. Quite frankly, I can't remember. It's been a while. It's took me a while to finish this video, but it is what it is. It happens. Life got in the way a little bit. And I can't remember the ratings, so I'll put them here on the screen for you guys. But yeah, that is us done and dusted for the first episode of our Kindle knockout. Like I said, life got in the way a little bit there, but it is what it is. But we are 3 more books down and off my Kindle, which is the main thing. That's why we were here, and that's been achieved. But yeah, I don't really have that much else to say. I realise this ending of this video is a little bit choppy, a little bit messy, but it's me. Do we expect anything else? Do we expect anything else? No. But yeah, that is it. I'm gonna head off because, like I said, I don't have much else to say. But yeah, thank you guys for sticking through this video if you guys have made it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know down below if you guys have read any of these books that you have seen mentioned, or if they're on your TBR, and I will catch you guys in Bookmas Day 6. Don't forget to keep smiling, be kind, and keep reading. Bye guys. Channels and welcome channels. This one tastes like cider. It's not. It's raspberry lemonade, but it tastes like cider.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.